Welcome to the CADFEM Medical Conference 2021 from me. I'm Jan Hertwig, the CEO of CADFEM Medical, and I'm very happy that so much participants joined here today. And I would like to thank all the participants and speakers that have joined. So we're now looking forward to a very exciting afternoon with great presentations on computational modeling in medicine and medical technology and in silico methods in the healthcare industry. Please enjoy. For the opening of the CADFEM Medical Conference 2021, I will invite you to a short look on what we do and achieved with our partners at CADFEM Medical. So at CADFEM Medical, our vision is to be the #1 enabler for in silico medicine. We want to provide physicians and patients access to in silico methods. So with our mission to transfer simulation technologies from automotive and aerospace to healthcare, we want to enhance the well-being of patients. So to do so, we deeply believe in the use of numerical simulation to detect diseases, improve therapies, and enhance the product safety of medical devices. All of our products has their roots in research projects and with academia and universities. So for example, Docu RPE for the surgical planning of forced maxilla expansions, developed together with Klinikum Dortmund, CADFEM Martin, and the University of Witten-Herdecke. And also Docu for the diagnosis and therapy of obstructive sleep apnea. It's also a universal and grant-funded research project. And Docu for the digital verification of custom implants also. So all our products are based on research and universal research to test and to really verify our models and our ideas. And to bring these innovations from academia and research to industrial applications, we developed Docu. So our scalable in silico platform enabling doctors and medtech use ANSYS simulation technologies in predefined medical workflows. So every specific medical question is always transferred into a so-called Docu module. So the blue cube you can see in the middle, and each module is a product with a specific intended use, which then can operate autonomous together with the platform DocuCore in green. So through our partnership with Microsoft, we are delivering a very scalable infrastructure, enabling unrestricted and easy to use access to our products and ANSYS solvers in verified infrastructures on Azure. And to give a better idea of how we use numerical simulation to add value, I will show you some examples and benefits of the modules based on our Docu platform. First of all, Docu to support the diagnosis and treatment of obstructive sleep apnea and sleep-related breathing disorders. So it supports the diagnosis and therapy with computational fluid dynamics and fluid structure interaction. With Docu it is possible for a physician to visualize the characteristics of an upper airway and determine the anatomical and biomechanical causes and the area of the respiratory problem for a patient, really objectifying the root causes and improve the communication of the treatment options to the patient. And currently, we are in a patient study with over 60 patients together with our clinical partner, Klinikum Dortmund, and we're aiming for a CE mark in early 2023. The next example is Docu RPE. It's a software for surgical planning of so-called forced maxillary distractions. So it calculates the optimal cutting patterns, ensuring a symmetrical phase after and during the forced widening of the upper jaw. So the problem with this procedure is very simple. So nearly everyone has a symmetrical or asymmetrical anatomy. So meaning different bone thicknesses in the skull. For the forced opening of the upper jaw, a so-called distractor is positioned in the upper jaw and applies a symmetrical force onto the bone parts. And symmetric bone weakening cuts will be introduced in the maxilla normally, and left and right with the same length. So this can result in an asymmetric opening of the maxilla, meaning one side of the upper jaw moves more than the opposite side. So with Docu RPE, CADFEM Martin can calculate the optimal cutting patterns and generate a cutting guide for the surgeon. So they can rely on consistent quality of patient care and the best surgical outcomes. And the really nice thing on top of the reduction of the trauma for the patient through shorter cuts and remaining blood vessels, the symmetric outcome and the better aesthetics for the patient is there is a possibility to individualize an off-the-shelf medical device. So Careless Martin can give an added value by selling a hybrid product, a standardized hardware product plus a personalized digital planning with simulation. And with the third example, coming from academia, Docu VIT, VIT stands for Virtual Implant Testing, we want to help and make medical devices safer. So we saw a big trend in personalization of medical devices, and if medical devices are personalized, they are unique and produced just once. So that means they cannot be tested like standard medical devices. So in the production process of these custom implants, usually they acquire patient data, do a surgical planning together with a doctor via web meeting, do an implant design by a designer or in a POC, so a point of care center and a clinic, and then do the implant manufacturing with milling, 3D printing, etc., and the post-processing steps, and sending it to surgery. Normally that happens within 2 to 8 days from data acquisition to sending the results. And there is already a lot of quality management necessary in the manufacturing and the post-processing, and a lot of quality management that has to get into technical documentation. But where it's really important and where the safety and efficacy of a device for a patient is determined, it's in the surgical planning and the implant design. But there's no possibility to test your devices for each patient. And there Docu VIT comes in. So we developed, to fill this gap, Docu VIT, a digital design verification and an automated reporting of the results for the technical documentation. So in a nutshell, Docu VIT is an easy-to-use software for digital verification of custom implants, and we can apply physiological and standardized loads to patient-specific situations and patient-specific implants, and reduce the liability based on objective criteria, and ensure the safety and efficacy with highly complex biomechanical simulations. So at the moment, workflows are available for the maxilla, the mandible, the thorax, and soon for the lower arms. And what that made happen is really research and a lot of effort in our platform. And to sum it up, with our platform Docu, we want to really provide an ecosystem for in silico technologies and for academia and other companies. So we want the companies and academia do not reinvent the wheel, because Docu is providing already a scalability, a working infrastructure, the regulatory framework, the base technologies such as ANSYS solvers, 3D rendering, DICOM and data handling, user management, etc., etc. And we know that there are great ideas and solutions being developed in research and industry, and together we can further develop them and make them available for patients and doctors. So thank you for your attention, and a big thank you to our partners, speakers, and panelists today, and feel free to contact us, and please enjoy the afternoon. Thank you very much.